Okay, before we begin, just know that this video is absolutely filled to the brim with potential spoilers for the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Game for 3DS and Wii U, as I disclose information on a tremendous leak that surfaced earlier this week. There will also be minor spoilers to Kid Icarus Uprising for the dozen or so people who have still yet to play that game. Also, I will not be showing any of the leaked images or footage as a precaution because Nintendo has been actively seeking out and taking down any and all videos with the leaked footage while simultaneously handing out strikes to the channels involved. And I'm currently in good standing with YouTube, so I don't want to risk getting any copyright strikes or anything like that. With that said, oh man, I don't know what to tell you. I feel torn about this. Absolutely torn. I want to believe it's true, yet at the same time, I don't want to believe it's true. I'm absolutely baffled at this point by this turn of events. For some asinine reason, somebody at Nintendo of America just had to leak very crucial information about Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. The main focus was, of course, the characters. And right before we got a newcomer reveal yesterday as well, this guy just had one job, and that was to send some files to the ESRB so that they could give the game an official rating before release. That was it. And he messed that up by breaking a non-disclosure agreement in his contract with Nintendo by recording footage and taking various screenshots of the files he was meant to send off. Now then, I'm not the type of guy to wish ill will on someone, but this was such a major screw up that I was just astonished. But I'm not gonna hold it against him, because he's already been caught by Nintendo of America, fired for leaking this info, and is in the process of being sued for doing such a thing. So I think he's gotten what he deserves fully for essentially killing all hype that this game had going for it mere weeks before its release in Japan. Part of me wants to believe this leak to be fake, but unfortunately there's way too much evidence pointing to it being real at this point. Anything that I could find that would prove it fake would only turn out to prove it's real, or would otherwise be just plain nitpicking. I'm not one to nitpick. So yes, this is a roster update video, since this guy leaked a number of new characters, including the recently announced Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles, which means I gotta update his profile picture. This one. So, no more do we have this picture of Shulk, but this new one. Oh, same with Meta Knight, since he has an updated look for this game as well. Goodbye, old picture from Brawl, and hello, new one from this game. Okay, now then. On to the newcomers for this roster. Let's start off with Bowser Jr.? Bowser Jr. I wasn't even remotely expecting him to be in, let alone piloting the Koopa clown car from Mario World. Or a mini version of it, at least. Apparently, his alternate costumes are going to be the other Koopalings. These guys. So I guess we're going to have to move Wario over from below Bowser over here. Oh wait, but first, before I do that, let's see. We're adding in a couple of new things here. Some new stuff that wasn't there before. Wario, for now I'm just gonna put him right over here, because I got nowhere else to put him, and he's technically not a Mario character, he's a Wario character. WarioWare, whatever, I don't care. So he's going right where so Bowser Jr. is going right next to his father. So, also, for some reason, I don't get this. I don't get this at all. For some reason, where's the layer on it? This is all live. By the way, well, of course it's live. I guess I didn't get a big picture for him. Well, we don't have any confirmation on King K Rool right now, but we do, however, have Dr. Mario appearing. So, I guess... Actually, I'll put Dr. Mario over here, since he's his own thing too, sort of. Kinda. So actually, I'm gonna bring back King K Rool for just a brief moment. For some reason, Dr. Mario is returning as a playable character rather than being a costume for Mario, which would have made sense. Personally, I think that this is completely stupid, because not only does that mean Mario is out of a possible costume, we also get a clone character to return that literally nobody wanted to return. Well, actually, there was one person in a comment on a video that I read, but that's just one person compared to the rest of the Smash community. And everyone that did want him back, they wanted him to be in as a costume for Mario, not his own character. This also means that we now have 7 Mario characters in the game. Kinda overkill, don't you think? I mean, we've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Rosalina and Luma, and also the Doctor himself. Dr. Mario, that is not Doctor Who. Oh boy. Next up is one that I actually called, albeit in this mystery spot right here in the corner. The leaker mentioned that we're getting Dixie Kong as a playable character, as a new character, but no mention of King K Rool, so I guess that the king is being usurped by a small monkey with a hair whip. So, yeah. Wait, where did she go? Where's Dixie? Oh. I put her over there and oh crud. Oh crud. There we go. She's going right by Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and this thing can go away now. Another character that he mentioned to make her debut is Impa. But I have no idea which incarnation of her is getting in, and between them all, her Skyward Sword version is probably the most relevant, considering that Hyrule Warriors is still too recent to be put into consideration. Where did I put her? Oh. Also, I'm just going to move the ice climbers away for now. I'll let you know why in a little bit. That'll come up later. They also mentioned Ridley, and you know my stance on him and how much I agree with him on that end. With both Skyward Sword Impa and Ridley, the trophy theory would actually end up being true now. And if you're not aware of what the trophy theory is, during the Smash Direct there was a set of 4 trophy quizzes that showed various characters from 4 different franchises. Tiki from Fire Emblem, Fi from Skyward Sword, King Key Hunter, I think that was his name, from the Metroid series, and Pseudo Palutena from Kid Icarus Uprising. And people have theorized that they would correspond to new characters, and we've gotten Palutena. We might be getting Impa, Ridley, and also Robin and Lucina. So that would actually line up perfectly. Now then, unfortunately it seems like Hades is going to have to leave this roster in favor of Dark Pit. Well, I did predict a 3rd character from Kid Icarus Uprising, just not this one. I was half right in this case. However, I'm kind of worried that Dark Pit might end up being a clone of Pit, especially considering he was literally a costume for Pit not literally, initially a costume for Pit in Brawl. In fact, that's where Dark Pit originated from. I personally would prefer he be in as a costume, but I could think of some moves that could set him apart from Pit. Now then, in Uprising, during the one and only chapter where you play as Dark Pit, he has access to literally every single weapon that Pit had access to. So he could actually use any weapon from Uprising. Here's what I think would be fitting for him. First off is his standard attacks. I think that instead of wielding another bow like Pit does, he could wield the Dark Pit staff. Kind of fitting, right? I mean, it is his weapon after all. It would also give him some long-ranged melee attacks. For a dash attack, he could wield the Hedgehog Claws, which would be fitting to them granting the user a speed boost, hence it being a dash attack. His recovery could be Pit's old recovery, since Dark Pit had better flight in Uprising, being that he had unlimited flight during the one chapter that you could play as him. His down special could be the easy cannon that he wielded during the stage where Dark Pit is a constant boss battle. For his neutral special, he could wield a palm for a projectile attack. Personally, I can see him using the Cursed Palm due to its rapid rate of fire and homing properties and decent range. That, and I really like that weapon. I beat Uprising with that weapon. But that's just me. Everyone's experiences vary, and that was just my experience from it. For his side smash, he could probably use the Ogre Club for a heavy hitting attack. His down smash could be him utilizing the Samurai Blade for a quick slash back and forth at his opponent's feet. For his up smash, he could probably fire a few shots upwards with the Boom Orbiters. His final smash could be the Dark Pit Staff special attack from Uprising. You know, the laser blasts that you only get during the air battles. That's the best that I can come up with on short notice to make what was essentially a glorified recolor be as unique as possible, without being a clone in the slightest. He also mentioned that the Coursemen are in the game, and I can get behind that. I got nothing else to say about that, so let's move on. The Mii fighters are going to be... Actually, you know what? I'm getting rid of the mystery block altogether, because we've already got characters from it, and actually, Wario, you can go over here. Despite not being a third-party character in the third-party row. The Mii fighters, you're going over here. They're going to be put over there because they're actually part of the customization option at the bottom. So I'll just place them as close to there as I can. There has been no confirmation or denial on Crystal's inclusion, so however, she has appeared in one of the leaked images as a trophy in her Star Fox uniform. Also, Falco is returning. Do I have him in here? Where is... Oh, there he is. Black Shadow, I'm gonna move him over here so that I can move this over here, making room for Falco and Crystal to be in the same lineup. This is already going to be a bit of a mess right here. I'm personally hoping that Falco's specials get changed up to better differentiate him from Fox, like giving him that bazooka, then I'll be happy. But if he doesn't get that, then oh well, better luck next time. There's also been no confirmation nor denial of Rayman's inclusion, so he's staying put right there until I'm proven otherwise by Sakurai via Miiverse or an interview. No amount of fan speculation or reasoning will convince me otherwise unless they have official evidence that I haven't seen yet, and I've looked in a lot of places for such things. Okay, who else are we getting in? Well, one thing that's for certain is that Black Shadow was not mentioned anywhere. That he was more or less just a joke character anyway that I came up with, so I'm taking him off of the list. But instead, apparently we're going to be getting Mach Rider? That's an odd choice if you ask me. I have seen an interesting video that made a decent moveset that could potentially work. I'll link that video in the description. Where did I put him? I cannot find him. Crud, I cannot find Mach Rider. Oh, there he is. And I'll just get rid of this guy. And I guess I can move Dr. Mario over here this time. So yeah, Mach Rider. That's an interesting choice. Also, I was right in predicting that Wario, Ness, Jigglypuff, Mr. Game & Watch, Rob, and Ganondorf would return. Speaking of Ganondorf, he's still a slower Captain Falcon clone, sporting his Twilight Princess style without his sword. So, yeah. This is the design we're keeping, apparently. Well, there's still hope with the custom movesets, right? Mewtwo was mentioned as being a secret character, which I'm happy with. Crud. What else is there? Now then, it seems like we may actually be losing an entire franchise of playable representation, as the Ice Climbers are nowhere to be seen, and in their place is Duck Hunt? Seriously? Duck Hunt? It's a duo of the dog and duck from Duck Hunt. Okay, just to clarify, I actually have commented on their possible inclusion in one of my previous videos' comment section. I said, and I quote, "Personally, I think that the Duck Hunt dog is more likely to appear as an assist trophy or even a regular trophy. If it's an assist trophy, I can see it laughing away opponents with a shockwave, sort of like how Barbara's guitar did in Brawl. That, or opponents can get hit by the ducks that fly by. And any of the ducks that get away without being attacked by the player will cause the dog to do that shockwave laugh, regardless." That's definitely an interesting choice, but I can't see it being playable due to a lack of things to draw inspiration from. However, that never stopped Captain Falcon or the Wii Fit trainers. The only thing that I can see Duck Hunt doing is have the dog wield the duck as a set of nunchucks for a bit of duck foo. Kung duck? I think I like duck foo better. So, where to put them, though? I guess for now, Crystal will have to vanish for a little bit. Now. Oop. And I guess I can move Captain Falcon up here. Temporarily. At least until I've figured things out here. I'm still trying to reorganize this thing, but so far this is really weird. Very, very weird. Lastly is something that... darn it. Lastly is something that I really wanted to happen back when I first played Brawl. Sonic now has Metal Sonic as an alternate costume. Potentially. Back in Brawl, I thought that he would become the actual Metal Sonic when he grabbed a metal box. Unfortunately, that never came to be, as he only turned into a metallic gray like everyone else. It got really awkward when in classic mode and I got to the metal battle and it selected Sonic as my opponent. The game was all, "Versus Metal Sonic." And I was pretty much all, "Liar! That's not Metal Sonic! Metal Sonic is blue and shaped differently than that." There was a video that showed Sonic switching to Metal Sonic that was posted on YouTube. I'll be posting a link to that video as well. Just note though that in the video, player 3 and player 4 are switched. At first I thought that it might be fake because of that, but I noticed that all 4 players were still selecting their characters, meaning that it might be a local online match and that player 3 might have dropped and player 4's icon moved over automatically. Afterwards, player 3 may have rejoined, but was placed where player 4 should have been. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, I'm kind of torn with this huge character leak. Half of me wants it to be fake, while the other half wants it to be real. The part of me that wants it to be fake wants that because it would otherwise kill all the hype and surprise for the last remaining reveal trailers that are on their way. That and some of the character choices just seem plain stupid. I mean, I can understand that Duck Hunt was practically a system seller for the NES, and is incredibly popular. But aside from the possible Duck Fu, he has no reason to be playable in Smash. Also, why would they bring back Dr. Mario as a separate character and not an alternate costume for Mario? I mean, we've already got such interesting costumes like, where did it go? Here it is. We've already got such interesting costumes like Wireframe Lil Mac, and Ridley is overlapping him. Great. And, you know what? We've got characters like Wireframe Lil Mac, who's being overlapped by Ridley, but you can still see him thanks to that monitor in the background. And Stormtrooper Samus and Captain Americo. And yes, I know that it's actually Mario's outfit from NES Open Tournament Golf, but that was before my time, and it was the first thing that came to mind when I first saw that pic of the day. Captain Americo! The part of me that wants it to be real, however, is more because it lines up with so many of the characters that I predicted to make it into the game, like Shulk, Ridley, Mewtwo, and Dixie Kong. Also, I recall someone commenting on one of my Smash videos that this game getting 20 newcomers would never happen. Well, it's happening right now. If not more, provided that Crystal and Rayman have eluded the leakers for this long. Unless we're counting Zero Suit Samus, Sheik, and Charizard as newcomers due to them no longer transforming mid-match, which I don't, then we'd actually have 25 newcomers this time around. Besides, every time there's a new Smash, we've gotten a significant increase in new characters. In the original, we only had 12 characters. In Melee, there were 13 characters, which led 13 newcomers, which led to the roster more than doubling in size to 25. 26 if you count Sheik. And in the transition from Melee to Brawl, while we did lose a few characters from Melee, but most of them were clones and Mewtwo, we went from 25 characters to 35, or 39 if you count Sheik, Zero Suit Samus, Charizard, Squirtle, and Ivysaur as separate characters, which I do, thanks to them having their own Classic and All-Stars trophies. The amount of new characters in Brawl compared to Melee is 18 compared to Melee's 13 or 14. So really, having 20 plus newcomers isn't all that far-fetched. You know, actually, while I'm thinking of it, since there is still a possibility of Crystal still being in this roster, and I'm just a stubborn guy like that. Whoa. Hey, stop moving so fast. This is how the editing process works for this roster. Where did I put Crystal on this list of layers? I cannot find that thing. Here she is, and there she goes. And that thing can go over there, I guess. Yeah. There we go. This is looking like what the roster. This is looking like what the roster might be, provided that Crystal and Rayman make it into the game. It's not exactly how it might look. Actually, hold on. With that there, I can actually have Crystal and Greninja trade places. Oops, no, I didn't. Yeah. Did not mean to do that. There we go. I can put her over here, I guess. So now we have all 6 Pokemon lined up. Oh. Jeez, it's hard to unclick something here in Photoshop. But yeah, this looks like a sizable roster. It's very awkward compared to how I had it set up earlier. But I can actually... You know what? Captain Falcon, you can go over next to Rosalina. Since he's his own series, and, crud. You know what? Maybe I should just put Dr. Mario next to Rosalina instead, since he's part of the Mario universe. Nope. And fix up Captain Falcon a little. There we go. That should probably be better. I'm not entirely sure. It's still very disorganized, but this is probably the best that I'm gonna get for it. Well, actually, oh man, I'm really second guessing my own roster's order. Especially considering I can now put Impa right here. And Shulk... I guess I could leave Shulk there and put Dr. Mario up here, since he's alongside... I wanted this row to be entirely new characters, and this is all old characters and a couple new characters, so I have no idea how to organize this now, because this is so messed up. Let's see, how many characters does this roster have then? Let's see, we've got Mario, Donkey Kong, Pikachu, Link, Samus, Marth, Pit, Kirby, Fox, Sonic, so that's 10 characters, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 56 considering the Mii Fighters are their own mode. Well, sort of. They're the customizations. But still. And if... But that's only assuming that Crystal and Rayman are in the game. If they're not, then... that'll be like 55 to 54 characters, which actually, actually, if these two are absent, then I actually could put a couple of characters in here, like Mach Rider and Rosalina, while moving this over and probably get rid of some of the extra clutter. So yeah, that still looks awkward as heck, but yeah. Let's just move this and all this stuff. And for some reason their boxes did not move with them. Oh man. I don't know why they're not moving, but oh well, I'll fix that after this video is over, which it should have been over already. yeah, this is basically how the roster will most likely look like. Most likely look like. That is some awesome word choice. But then again, I did say that's what his name is called in one of the previous videos. This video's over. This is probably what the roster might look like, just better organized than this. Okay? See ya.